Good morning, everyone. I am Evie Marian Obersaro, and today I will be discussing one of the different models of alternative assessment, which is developmental assessment. So, what is developmental assessment? It determines how well students' competencies have developed through instruction. It adopts pre-test and post-test methodology to collect information if the student has improved or developed after giving instruction. Have you ever noticed that our teachers gives us a pre-test, then proceeds to discuss the lesson, and then gives us a test later on when she's done discussing with the same content as in the pre-test? Why? Because this is to test if we have improved or developed or gained knowledge about that certain lesson. Developmental assessment also assesses learning outcomes based on the student's development rather than a final product. This can actually be connected to the code. It's not about the destination, but the journey. Because in our journey, we have progress. No, that's what the teacher checks. It's not always about the destination, which is our grades. It's about our learnings, our improvements, the skills we have acquired and developed over time rather. Now that we are done with the definition of developmental assessment, let us move on to its purpose. Now we have here measure student growth over time because it tracks how learners improve by comparing their performance at different level of instruction. Next, we have monitor learning progress because it allows continuous checking of students' learning to identify their strengths, needs, and areas of improvement. And lastly, we have guides appropriate assessment strategies. This helps teachers to choose assessment methods that matches the student's current level of development. Now let's move to the what makes developmental assessment authentic. First, we have shows real improvement through pre-test and post-test assessment, which clearly demonstrates students' progress by comparing their performance before and after instruction. It evaluates skills, not just final products, because it focuses on what students can genuinely apply rather than on the finished output as mentioned earlier. And lastly, we have a design based on how skills naturally develop, which aligns assessment with natural stages of learning and skill development. We have here an example. So example number 1, the subject is mathematics. So it's pre-test and post-test. So the activity here, students take a pre-test on fractions at the start of the unit and a post-test after instruction. Next example is in English. Reading fluency. Students read aloud and answer questions at 2 points in the term. So they read aloud and answer questions for the first time, and then over time they will be able to answer it with much more confidence because of their progress. So to summarize it all up, developmental assessment shows how students improve and develop skills over time, tracks learning through activities, tests, and observations rather than just final grades. And it helps students understand progress and adjust instructions accordingly. So that is all for developmental assessment. Thank you so much for listening and see you next time.